Have you been led to believe that getting up 2 or 3 times every night to go to the bathroom is just a normal part of growing older? Have you been told that a decline in your sexual capabilities is simply an unavoidable consequence of aging? That's the narrative they want you to accept. If you're a man over the age of 60, it's crucial to understand that prostate issues are not a life sentence or an inescapable fate. More often than not, they stem from everyday habits that many of us engage in, completely unaware of the detrimental effects they're having on our bodies. I'm Dr. Evelyn Blake, and frankly, I'm deeply saddened by the number of men I see who are suffering in silence with these problems. That's why today, we're going to systematically break down the top 10 daily habits that can quietly contribute to inflammation in your prostate gland. And I'm willing to bet that you're unknowingly practicing at least 5 of these habits without even realizing the damage they're causing. We'll start with the most insidious one, a mistake that could be significantly impacting your peace of mind and your overall health. As a physician with years of experience, I can confidently tell you that many men live healthy, active, and pain-free lives well into their 80s and 90s simply because they diligently avoid these detrimental habits. So please, stay with me until the very end of this video, and you'll discover practical strategies to eliminate these silent villains from your daily routine and begin experiencing genuine relief, naturally and safely. Let's dive right into our countdown, starting with habit number 10. This one is likely to shatter a common misconception that many of you hold, the belief that limiting your water intake at night will help you sleep better. In reality, this is actually one of the most counterproductive things you can do for the health of your prostate. Here's the underlying truth. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes more concentrated and acidic. This increased concentration and acidity can lead to persistent irritation of your bladder, which, in turn, puts pressure on and inflames your prostate gland. This is precisely why, even when your bladder is only partially full, you still experience that overwhelming and urgent need to urinate. Chronic dehydration is, in fact, one of the primary triggers for prostate enlargement, a condition medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It's a vicious cycle of silent damage that intensifies with each passing day that you ignore your body's thirst cues. But the solution is surprisingly simple and incredibly effective. Make a conscious effort to drink water consistently throughout the day. Don't wait until you actually feel thirsty, because by that point, you're already experiencing the effects of dehydration. Your primary goal should be to maintain clear urine, which indicates adequate hydration. This helps to keep your bladder calm and relaxed, relieves unnecessary pressure on the prostate, and ultimately helps to prevent swelling and inflammation. Water isn't the enemy here. Quite the opposite, it's your best and most reliable ally in protecting your prostate health. Aim for clear urine, and don't shy away from drinking water out of fear of nighttime bathroom trips. Instead, embrace it as a protective shield against prostate problems. Now, let's move on to habit number 9. This one is particularly sneaky because it often arises as a consequence of other underlying health issues. I'm referring to excessive sitting. When you're feeling fatigued, sluggish, and low on energy, what's the first thing you instinctively do? You sit down, you rest, and you try to conserve energy. It seems like the logical and appropriate response, but unfortunately, for your prostate, it can be a recipe for disaster. Prolonged periods of sitting, especially for hours on end, create continuous pressure on your pelvic region, significantly reducing blood flow and contributing to inflammation in the prostate gland. It's a vicious cycle that can be difficult to break. Fatigue leads you to sit down, and prolonged sitting exacerbates the inflammation that may be contributing to your urinary problems and general discomfort. These symptoms, in turn, can negatively impact your sleep quality and further drain your energy levels. So, how do we effectively break free from this detrimental cycle? The key lies in incorporating what I call micro-movements into your daily routine. You don't need a fancy gym membership or an elaborate workout plan. All you need to remember is one simple rule, the 30-minute rule. Every 30 minutes, make a conscious effort to stand up, stretch your arms, take a short walk to the kitchen to grab a glass of water, or simply look out the window for a few moments. This seemingly insignificant act helps to relieve pressure on your pelvis, reactivates healthy circulation, and signals to your body that it doesn't need to go into shutdown mode. Remember, our bodies were inherently designed for movement. Don't allow a sedentary lifestyle to create a cascade of loud and disruptive health problems. Let's move on to habit number 8. If you're the kind of person who meticulously scouts out the locations of all the bathrooms whenever you leave the house, or if you find yourself getting up multiple times during the night to urinate, this particular habit might be the primary culprit behind your discomfort. I'm talking about drinking too much caffeine. Many men enjoy their daily cup of coffee or tea, but they often fail to realize that caffeine can act as a direct irritant to both the bladder and the prostate gland. It stimulates increased urine production and, at the same time, can make it more difficult to completely empty your bladder. This creates a frustrating cycle of pressure and inflammation that only serves to worsen the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. That persistent discomfort, that overwhelming sense of urgency, is often directly attributable to the effects of caffeine. So, what's the best course of action? The solution isn't necessarily to completely eliminate caffeine from your diet. Instead, it's about learning to manage your caffeine intake responsibly. Enjoy that first cup of coffee or tea in the morning, but for the rest of the day, try switching to decaffeinated options or herbal teas. You might be pleasantly surprised at the significant relief this simple change can bring in just a few days. It's not about making a drastic sacrifice, it's about making smart, informed choices that allow you to regain control and comfort in your daily life. Habit number 7 doesn't just affect your prostate, it can also strike at the very core of your masculinity by disrupting your hormone balance. I'm referring to the regular consumption of spicy and heavily processed foods. Many men are unaware that their dietary choices have a direct and significant impact on their testosterone levels. Ultra-processed foods and those that are high in unhealthy fats can disrupt your hormonal balance, often favoring the production of estrogen while simultaneously reducing testosterone levels. This hormonal imbalance is a well-established risk factor for prostate enlargement and other related issues. Add to that the direct irritation caused by very spicy foods, and you have the perfect recipe for inflammation and discomfort in the prostate area. The good news is that you can harness the power of food as a form of natural medicine. Instead of following a diet that disrupts your hormonal balance and promotes inflammation, adopt one that actively regulates and supports your overall health. A diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods, such as leafy green vegetables, nuts, avocados, and berries, can not only help to calm an inflamed prostate but also help to optimize your hormone levels. If your meals primarily come from prepackaged sources, your health is essentially in the hands of the food industry. However, if your meals are derived from whole, natural, earth-grown sources, your health is firmly in your own hands. The choice is yours, and it can profoundly change how you feel on a daily basis. Before we move on to habit number 6, if the information I've shared so far is resonating with you and making sense, please type the number 1 in the comments section to let me know that we're on the right track. If not, type the number 0 and provide some feedback to help me make this content even more valuable and relevant to you. And while you're at it, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the vital health tips specifically designed for men over 60. Let's move on to habit number 6. This is something that we all do at some point, often thinking it's completely harmless. But for your prostate, it can be akin to a slow-motion earthquake, holding your urine for too long. Whether you're stuck in a meeting, caught in traffic, or simply trying to wait until the commercial break, every time you consciously ignore the urge to urinate, you're essentially forcing your bladder to stretch far beyond its natural capacity. Think of it like overfilling a balloon. That excessive pressure doesn't just stay confined to the bladder, it pushes downward, directly onto your prostate gland. Over time, this constant pressure can lead to micro-injuries, irritation, and swelling within the prostate tissue. And the problem is often even more pronounced for older men because the muscles that control bladder function naturally tend to weaken with age. Holding urine can lead to incomplete emptying of the bladder, leaving behind stagnant urine, which creates an ideal breeding ground for bacteria and infections that further aggravate inflammation in the prostate. The solution? It's one of the simplest and most straightforward of all. Listen to your body. When nature calls, answer promptly. Don't delay or ignore the urge. Remember that your bladder and prostate work together as a team. Stress on one directly affects the other. Respecting nature's call is one of the most powerful defenses you have against prostate problems. We've now reached habit number 5, and there's no middle ground here. This habit is undoubtedly one of the worst enemies of your prostate, smoking. And don't be fooled into thinking that this only applies to active smokers. Being around secondhand smoke can be almost as harmful. Think of every cigarette as a chemical bomb exploding within your body. The toxins present in cigarette smoke reduce blood flow, effectively suffocating your prostate gland. They also trigger massive inflammation and damage the delicate tissues of the gland. Over time, this constant assault not only leads to prostate enlargement but also significantly increases the risk of developing prostate cancer. For men over 60, the damage is often accelerated because the body no longer repairs itself as quickly, and smoking robs it of the essential antioxidants it needs to defend itself. If you're a smoker, the single best decision you can make for your health today is to seek help to quit. Talk to your doctor about available therapies and support tools. And the best part is that the benefits of quitting are almost immediate. Within weeks, your circulation starts to improve, inflammation decreases, and your prostate can finally begin to heal. And if you're not a smoker, make protecting your health a top priority by actively avoiding smoky environments. That single decision can add years of health and comfort to your life. It's never too late to protect your body from harm. Habit number 4 is all about treating your body worse than you treat your car. Think about it for a moment. You take your car in for regular oil changes and routine maintenance to prevent breakdowns, right? But when was the last time you scheduled a preventive checkup for your own body? For many men, the answer is only when the warning light, in the form of noticeable symptoms, comes on. That's a dangerous approach, especially when it comes to the prostate. Prostate problems often develop silently, without any obvious symptoms in the early stages. By the time you finally feel something amiss, the issue may already be quite advanced. A simple annual checkup, including a PSA, prostate-specific antigen, test and, yes, a digital rectal exam, isn't just about looking for disease. It's about proactively ensuring health. These are quick, yet potentially life-saving tools that allow your doctor to detect any early signs of inflammation or abnormal growth long before they escalate into a serious problem. I know it can be uncomfortable to talk about, but delaying that conversation means missing the opportunity to act early and prevent more severe complications. A problem caught early can often be resolved with simple lifestyle changes. An ignored problem, on the other hand, can lead to the need for medications, invasive procedures, or even surgeries. Don't wait for symptoms to become unbearable. Taking care of your health proactively is the smartest habit you can adopt. Schedule that appointment. It's the best maintenance you can do for your body. Let's talk about habit number 3, and this one revolves around a choice you make every day: eating too much red and processed meat. The scientific evidence is quite clear. A diet high in red and processed meats, such as bacon, sausages, and other similar products, is directly linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of developing prostate problems. Saturated fats and the various chemicals used in processing are the primary culprits behind this association. In older adults, where the digestive system may not be functioning as efficiently as it once did, this habit can lead to a cycle of inflammation, weight gain, and hormonal imbalance that your prostate simply can't effectively combat. But you don't necessarily have to completely give up the foods you love. The key is moderation and balance. Instead of viewing this as a restriction, see it as an opportunity to optimize your overall health. Try limiting your consumption of red meat to special occasions, perhaps once or twice a week. On other days, explore the power of lean proteins. Fish is a fantastic option for prostate health. Chicken is a great alternative, and meals featuring lentils or beans are rich in fiber, which can significantly improve your digestion. Every healthy meal is a step toward fewer symptoms and greater overall well-being. I know that changing habits takes time and effort, and many of you must be wondering, Doctor, is there something I can do today to start feeling a difference, especially at night? The answer is yes, and it takes just 15 seconds. There's a simple ritual you can perform before bed that's specifically focused on reducing prostate swelling while your body regenerates during sleep. The results I've seen with my patients have been fantastic, with many reporting significant relief in just a few weeks. To keep our countdown flowing smoothly without interruption, I've included a link to a short video that explains this method in detail. You'll find it pinned in the first comment below this video. It's the first thing you'll see. Promise yourself that you'll click on it after you've finished watching this video. It's a truly powerful tool. Now, let's move on to habit number 2, which is about a type of fat you may not even realize is actively attacking your prostate. Habit number 2. If you want to get a sense of the state of your hormonal health, often all you need to do is take a look at your waistline. Carrying excess belly fat is a significant warning sign. That extra fat isn't just added weight, it's an active endocrine gland that's actively sabotaging your masculinity. It produces inflammatory substances and, even worse, converts your precious testosterone into estrogen. This combination of chronic inflammation and hormonal imbalance is a disaster for your prostate, directly contributing to its enlargement and all the associated problems, such as frequent bathroom trips, a weak urine stream, and erection issues. The solution, fortunately, doesn't require extreme or drastic measures. It's about gradually building positive momentum. Start today with a short walk. Tomorrow, swap a sugary drink for a glass of water. The day after, add more vegetables to your plate. Losing even just 5% of your body weight can lead to significant relief from prostate-related symptoms. Remember, belly fat isn't an inevitable sign of aging. It's a sign of metabolic stress. By actively fighting it, you're not just improving your appearance, you're defending your hormones and your prostate health. And finally, we've reached habit number 1, the habit that most men tend to overlook and which, in truth, is often the root cause that worsens all of the other 9 habits we've discussed. I'm talking about living with unmanaged chronic stress. Think about it for a moment. Stress often leads you to eat poorly. Stress can make you more likely to smoke. Stress disrupts your sleep patterns and encourages you to spend more time sitting on the couch. It's the underlying trigger for nearly all of the other bad habits we've explored. Physiologically, constant stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that inflames your body, tenses your pelvic muscles, and disrupts your testosterone production. It's the silent enemy working behind the scenes, making your prostate the perfect target for problems. Many of us, especially men, tend to carry stress like a badge of honor, as if it signifies strength and resilience. But in reality, it's slowly killing us from the inside. The good news is that the solution is relatively simple and within your reach. Start today by taking just 10 minutes to breathe deeply without any distractions. Go for a walk in nature. Call a friend to connect and socialize. Prioritize getting adequate sleep. These actions aren't signs of weakness. They're actually the highest form of strength. Managing your stress is the most powerful step you can take because, by doing so, you not only help your prostate but also make it easier to address and correct all of the other detrimental habits we've discussed. It's the foundation for a healthier, calmer, and more comfortable life. We've covered the 10 habits that may be contributing to the enlargement of your prostate today, but the most important message I want you to take away from this video isn't fear or anxiety. It's hope. The hope of knowing that you have the power to take control of your health. The hope of knowing that it's never too late to make positive changes. The hope that small, consistent adjustments to your daily routine can lead to massive, transformative results. Don't accept discomfort as normal. Don't accept fatigue as an inevitable part of aging. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal and regenerate, but it needs the right tools and support. And now, you have the knowledge to get started. Start with one step, just one small step in the right direction. And don't forget about that 15-second bedtime ritual I mentioned earlier. The link is pinned in the first comment below, and it could be a game changer for you. If this video has touched you, helped you, or given you something valuable to think about, please don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit the like button to let us know that this content is making a difference in your life. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who needs to hear this message. And if you have a moment, drop a comment below. Tell me what resonated most with you or let me know what topic you'd like me to cover in a future video. Your voice helps shape the content of this channel and ensures that it remains relevant and helpful to you. If you'd like to help support this channel and our mission to create more informative and empowering content for men over 60, please consider making a small donation. Every contribution helps fund better research, improve the quality of our videos, and reach more men who need this information. You're not just a viewer, you're joining a movement, and I'm incredibly grateful to have you here. Before you go, tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from, your city, your country. I personally read every comment, and it means so much to connect with each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.